my eyebrows still here? Good morning. It is another day of working in the shop, and today we're working on this 70s Cordoba. So what we're doing on this car is what I like to call a resto mod. So if you don't know what a resto mod is, that's where you take a car and you restore it, not back to factory original, and you modify it for performance. And that's what we're gonna be doing today.
Lots of performance. So on the list of performance mods we're doing to this car, it's getting a cage, because all performance cars need a good cage. We're getting engine work done to, you know, boost as many horsepower as we can get out of the stock bottom end. And then racing seats, seat belts, battery, the typical for performance.
It looks like it's got some rust repair right there.
For speed holes.
All right, so what we're looking at here is a 1976 Chrysler Cordoba, and it's finished in Willy Wonka Chocolate Stream Brown. I believe that is the official color. And like Rudy mentioned, we do have to put a cage in this car.
Performance.
So we got headers for it, we got a carburetor for it, and we've got a few other engine performance parts. Let's get after it. This looks like wreck.
I didn't put that tire there. I did take the tire off the four-wheeler though.
Okay, see, I was right. So are we about ready to see if this will start?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Runs.
All right.
Purrs like a kitten.
I think it's gonna be okay. Those of you that have been paying attention have noticed that I have not been here for a very long time, and it is so good to be back with you today. The latest thing I did was I went to Alaska with my lovely wife, Jamie, and we looked at mountains, we looked at the ocean, we looked at islands, we looked at glaciers. It was very beautiful. I saw things I've never seen before. I actually want to go back and do some more exploring, a little deeper dive into Alaska. We did have a lot of fun. It was a cruise that we were on. And let me show you a couple of the activities that I enjoyed while on that big old boat.
Welcome to the stage.
What else you got over there? Family and friends. Family and friends, alright. So this is your first cruise?
I'm very nervous.
Are you nervous? Are you cooking?
She's actually an amazing cook.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get it ready for you. Hopefully there. If you believe there's nothing out there, nothing is cool.
It's Friday, which means bring your friends to work day. Today, I brought Rudy.
That's right. And today, I brought Higgy. Higgy, come here. All right.
Let's go see who else got brought to work today.
Rudy and my hat.
Hefe's Adventures and Cletus McFarland.
MIG welder Ty and Cletus McFarland.
No wind, no clouds, 105. Thanks for watching.
So this is the old Derby car. The transmission is junk in it, but there are parts I need for my new transmission and my new car. So I'm getting it out right now, and it's just gonna take a Sawzall and some sure will and determination.
So we need to put a performance cage in this car, and in the sport that we're going to be playing with, it's very crucial. It's a good one. It goes something like that across the side. So we're going to probably use some like 2x4 or 2x6 to get that in, and then we will actually have a down bar that goes to the frame here, comes up through the roof and across and over, giving you a nice halo bar. Yeah, just keeping it simple. That should work. We're also going to put another bar across the dash for those side loads. If you haven't guessed by now, Derby is the sport.
Let's talk about that. There's some of you that don't like Demolition Derby, and I'd rather light a candle than curse your darkness. I'm gonna make a pros and cons list right now, and then you can judge for yourself. The pros. It is a great skill teacher. This is gonna include welding and fab work. It's going to be engineering. Oh, let's talk about engineering. You don't need to be an engineer to know how to build a bridge. All you need is the knack. You bring an engineer into your bridge when you need it built as cheaply as possible, as lightly as possible, and kills the minimum amount of people that we feel is acceptable as a society. So it teaches you engineering, and it tests to see if you have the knack. Right? It's family time, team building. It teaches you patience and deferred gratification. Teaches you budgeting. It also teaches you driving skills, both defensive and offensive, and offensive. all 3 driving skills. There is a huge monetary influx for the counties and towns that put these on. The reason they put derbies on is to attract people to come in and watch them, and people get motels, hotels, they eat at the fine eateries and dining rooms, and it's a great fundraiser for high schools and colleges and whatever. And it's not insignificant. So the Nephi Derby has a seating capacity in the stands of 10,000. They sell out every year. They sell out within a couple of hours every single year. I don't know what the tickets sell for. Do you know where we're at? 15 bucks or 20 bucks? So there is a definite transaction going on. And everybody knows that transaction is good for the economy. And when the economy's strong, we're strong. And then it is an absolute dopamine drop. The best I've ever had. The best. And I've done this.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's recycling. And who wouldn't get behind that? And the kids love it. It makes kids happy. There's actually more than this, but that's the only ones we're gonna cover right now. Cons, it's hard. Public perception. The public thinks it's just wanton disrespect and destruction of cool classic cars. The cars that are typically used in Derby are, there's a few 60s cars that are good, but they're not the good cars. And then there's lots of 70s cars that are good. None of them are the good cars. There's a few 80s cars, 90s cars, and 2000 cars that are good, but none of them are the good cars. So if you go to demolition derbies and see cars getting wrecked, with the exception of a few super cool classic Mopars, you're not gonna see the same cars at a car show because they're just not desirable. We bought a couple of Cordobas. You're paying less than $2,000 for a derby car. Most people are paying less than $1,000. So if the public that is so upset about these cars getting damaged wants to do something about it, they can get on Facebook Marketplace and they can buy up all the derby cars, restore them, drive them, take them to car shows. And some people will come and look at them. I know I would. Let's look at this Monte Carlo. So this Monte Carlo came into our possession from a Monte Carlo guy. He took every good piece of this car off, including cutting the top off. This car was just a shell. This is a $650 Monte Carlo. If you want to restore a Monte Carlo, you can go on Facebook Marketplace and you can pick up one just like this for $650. After you restore it, you can put it in a car show. I would come look at it, Colin would come look at it, and we'd tell you, good job. As you can see, there's a significant amount of pros and there's only 2 cons. So we'll just cancel out 2 of these. Let's cancel out team building and how hard it is. And we'll cancel out recycling and public perception. So as you can see, now we still have a significant amount of pros, no cons. Today's video is sponsored by Sundays for Dogs. Most of you know our puppos. We've got Max right here, we've got Lady, and we have Peanut. And you also know that these are off-road recovery dogs that have a very active life. The Lady's just a sweetheart, and she's been with us for 10 years, and she is just a rock steady, good dog. Yeah, you are just beautiful. We've had Max about as long as we've had Lady, but he is almost 15 years old now. So Max is a good old boy, he's a sweetheart, but don't let that fool you. He jumps bail and he breaks his probation every once in a while. And then we got Peanut here, and she's a little bit metal and she's a little bit punk rock, aren't you? Over the years, the pups have gained their own fan base, which gets them sent a lot of junk. And about a year ago, it was evident that some of our puppos had a little bit of a weight problem. We knew that something needed to change if they were going to be healthy and be around as long as possible. A couple of months ago, we found this product. You want to watch Max spring into action here? I'm going to open up one of these. This is Sundays for Dogs. It says right on the package, human grade food for dogs. I think they mean that it's food good enough for humans. And this is turkey recipe. Look at these. They know exactly what this is. We've got turkey flavor. We've got chicken flavor. Hold that, Ed. And we have beef flavor right here. They actually prefer this food to their old favorite treats. So this is a high value reward for high value dogs working in a high value environment.
Good enough to eat.
Yeah,
mushrooms and blueberries, pumpkins.
Do you read the ingredients? Check out this ingredient list. Turkey, turkey heart, turkey liver, egg yolk, millet, pumpkin, kale, bone, fish oil, sea salt, parsley, chicory root. It just keeps going. These dogs have been eating this for about a month, and they are definitely, look at them. So most healthy dog foods that give your dogs the nutrients they actually need, they don't have a good shelf life. A lot of them are frozen or they just have a really short shelf life. This one, the way they're packaged and prepared, if you keep this just in a cool, dry place, like the same place you would keep, I don't know, anything, with its stable shelf life and this resealable bag, super easy to take it if you're going hiking or camping or even off-road recoveries. Oh, I bet you wish that spilled. Yeah. It's ready when you and your dogs are, and its ingredients list is made out of things that you know what are. And it's nice to know that this was vet formulated and it's made right here in the good old USA. This actually has blueberries in it. And everybody knows that beagles love blueberries. Get 50% off your first order of Sundays for Dogs at sundaysfordogs.com/MORR. Or you can use code MORR at checkout. We have never had any food in this shop that has the dog's attention like this does. I kind of want to taste this because I'm curious. Because the only time I've had the dogs even come close to acting like this is like a steak, like a top sirloin steak. Let's see.
You made Lady jealous.
The lady's waiting for you to spit it out.
It's the best jerky I've ever had.
Wait, was it actually good?
Yeah. We've got 2 weeks before the show, and we've got 4 cars to get ready. This one's mine, this one's Colin's, this one's Carter's, and this one's Rhett's. So the class that we're running in is called the stock class, and the rules are very restrictive on how much you can do to the cars in the stock class. So as we're building, we'll explain why we're doing it, and usually it's a rule like, why aren't you doing this better or stronger? Well, it's because the rules restrict it. Because remember, they're stock cars.
Where's your stand at?
It ain't coming out that way, Ed. What are you trying to harvest for your car?
Torque converter and the tail.
Keep going. Okay.
That's a lot of trust right there.
Woo! Woo! Well, you can now harvest those 2 things.
Trying to make things as strong as possible. This is a stock car, so you can't really cut into the floor to put the cage in and stuff like that. You just have to weld to it.
I'm not bolting it on yet, but it's always fun to look at it. Look at that. This part here is red because it's high performance. Everybody knows if it's red, it's high performance.
All right, so I've got this mostly welded in and this mostly welded in. It's time to get our sidebars in, and here it is, ta-da! So I've got the tops of these cut at an angle, and so we're just gonna match that with this bar. I've done a few of these, so I kind of knew where it was gonna end up. Beautiful, nice. Now we'll put one of these on the other side, and then we'll lay a spreader bar on top of these, and it'll terminate into the sides of these and just be super strong. Won't be able to move at all. I'd like to see one of those giant car, like crushers you've seen when they turn the car into like a cube for scrapping. I'd love to see one of those try to do one of these. Of what passed in your welding competition the other day?
There's a reason you were at the top end of the scale without us looking.
It looking good. Looking very, very, very good.
We have the new distributor on and everything. We're just gonna see if it'll fire.
See, that shouldn't be moving like that.
So I know the back bars are square, but the front, okay.
Don't stop. Stop. Is my eyebrow still here?
Yeah, you're good.
There's something wrong. Learning to respect timing and the intricacies, that's something you have to learn. So here's the deal. We're potentially 180 degrees off. Okay, stop.
It wants to.
Hold on. What have I done? I have advanced it. You can count them going off. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, go. All right. All right. So now it'll run. Now we just got to fine tune the timing. We don't have to do that right now though.
I'll get the headers on, do the wiring all nice.
Okay, so here's what we need to do. Give me a pen. Take all these wires off. Okay.
Mark them. I'll mark where they go.
All right, all you old school distributor guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of young guys like this right here that don't understand distributors. And out of all the cars we've been working on in the last couple of years with distributors, I always get there a couple minutes after somebody's pulled the distributor out without marking where it was. Yeah, you can mess around with it and figure it out and get it right again. It's just so much easier to do it the other way. So what's gonna happen is next distributor that we change, I'm gonna show my crew how to pull a distributor and stab a new one in there without all the hoopla.
I'm just very confident in my dad's ability to get it timed right.
I'm saying it looks restored. Looking good. When you go through tech, the tech inspectors will be like, what's under that floor? And I'll say, rusty holes. And then they'll look at it and they'll be like, this guy's legit.
All right, the engine is at a good stopping point. We know it runs. We don't know if it's quite in time yet, but it's looking good. Headers are on. I think I'm gonna get this bumper pull off next. We gotta weld it on better. That's just gonna fall off.
Well, we're gonna have to put some thing in there to get it up.
But I'm getting too old for this.
We don't even have the doors shut yet.
I know. Oh yeah, this is where I want it. I want to be quite relaxed.
Just want to drop this down somewhere out of the way.
All right, so Zach's got the gas tank protector mostly cut out and getting it back together. So I'm trying to get the gas tank far away from my dad's head. Not to mention, if he's gonna presumably get hit harder on the passenger side, and if this corner starts going, I want it to hit this before too long. Good and level.
How far off the headers do you want? Is that good?
Yeah.
Just so I can cut it.
All right, so day one of putting this derby car together for my dad has gone fantastic. We got most of the cage put in. We've actually got most of the engine stuff done as well.
I'm very pleased.
So I guess it's the weekend now. They're gonna see you on Monday.
We'll be back on Monday. It's the other side of the weekend and we are back in the shop. We're working on this Cordoba restoration project here. And we talked Rudy into coming in today and helping us because we got plenty of work to do. And it sounded fun. It's gonna be a fun day. Okay, the first order of business is I've got to remove this carburetor. All right. All right, we're getting all these cars ready for the Manti Derby. That's in less than 2 weeks now. But we actually just went to a Derby Saturday. Rhett had a car that he wanted to run in the Nephi Derby. And let me show you how that went.
I am done. Like, I'm not even joking about it. I'm ready to pull out. So what's your tech? They didn't like the extra bracket that was on there. I didn't weld it on, but I did weld it on better than it was. I bought this car already cheated.
I am really worried about this because this is just not welded on very good. I don't think they should have made you cut that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I will.
A little nervous.
First thing, I hit that caddy. I shouldn't have done that hit. I got a little ambitious. But if somebody wants to run the car in Manti,
We'll put a transmission in it.
and a lower control arm. Oh, that thing's shattered. We need to order a new one of those. I had a car on top of me.
That's
And that's where my roof sign was mounted. So we'll straighten this one up, hang it on the wall, order a new one.
Here's the wrench to take that off, because that is the problem. 100%.
Did I put the bolt too far down?
You might have, Rhett.
That might have been why your reverse was so weak in this thing. We're hoping Manti goes a little better for all of us. We had something really scary happen while we were gone at the New England 900, and it was this. So no one's touched this. So this was GoPro batteries right here and a charger. Oh, it's just stuck there.
Like a s'more.
So no one was here, no one was around, and this lit on fire. It burned this box around the, this one didn't have a box, but this one did. Look at that. It burnt that whole box. Our Flowmaster muffler. They're okay, they weren't hurt. None of this got hurt. Look at that, that just barely lit off.
Wow.
This is my carburetor for my Cordoba, and it's in great shape. This was an aftermarket, not GoPro brand, GoPro battery charger, and that's what lit on fire. But it still makes me nervous about like our regular ones. Here's a real GoPro charger right here. And it, even though it was on fire because it was right next to that one, it didn't light off. So I don't know. Nah, I'm contaminated. We're gonna need to clean this all up, maybe with a mask. I'm gonna see if I have any adapters for this. Come in here and look around and see what we got. There's an adapter up there. I wonder if this will work. I might need this also. I like to keep lots of adapters around because we never use the right thing for the right thing. Man, we got lucky with that fire. Okay, so the question is, will this work for this? And the answer is yes. Yes, it will. This might be all we need. Okay, let's see if this will line up and we won't have any vacuum leaks. Well, I'm seeing a pretty big vacuum leak right there. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you're doing adapters, but you can see right there, I would have two massive vacuum leaks. Other than that, everything's okay.
I'm gonna make some noise.
Okay.
Does not like to fold, does it?
It's not really. Oh yeah, just do that. That's beautiful.
I'm working on the battery box. It's turning out beautiful so far. That looks about right. That's where the steering wheel goes. I'll just cut out a plate to capture that steering shaft, and then it'll be able to move as it gets hit.
We're getting this trunk tucked so it'll bend right. We're not doing a very good job. It's gonna bend right.
You want it here?
We're gonna put a plate. We're gonna put a plate right here. And a plate right there. Yeah. You don't even have to get rid of it.
Like Chinese food trap. I seriously can't get out.
Just so we have a nice flat place to mount that.
So we're building the plate for the master cylinder to mount to. We're gonna make this into metal instead of cardboard, because cardboard is flimsy.
It's gonna be fine. Oh man, so it's partially disassembled.
Is it?
Yes.
What?
Pull it all the way out and we're gonna see if we can fix it. Ah. That's as good as it gets. All right.
Anything is better than nothing.
Perfect.
Okay.
See it?
Brand new.
Okay, is that where the pedal needs to be? Is it out too far or in too far if you had to guess?
I think it's perfect. Colin said it was out too far.
Okay, perfect, because we're gonna have to add the plate to it. Okay, we're gonna try to do that flush.
Can you fill that big old hole?
Yeah.
All right, that's good enough. All right, what's next? Shifter? Sounds good.
And we're back. Rhett's getting ready to mount this bumper on. We read the rules, we looked at all the ways that we could put it on, and we put it on. Now we do get a lot of comments like, that's not the strongest way to do that, or especially talking about cages, like if you don't tie your cage to the frame, it's not gonna do any good. We have to follow rules or they'll make us cut. So if we attach our cage to the frame, unless the rules specify that you can do that. Some of them say you can attach to the frame in 2 points. Some of the heavier classes say 4 points. But the stock class is no points. So if there's a better way to do it and you can think of a stronger way to build a derby car, you're probably breaking the rules. So we are building to a set of rules, trying to keep the field even. There's always cheaters out there. I don't have enough time or ambition to cheat on this car. So we're just building it right to the rules. What are you working on here?
This is a gas tank for the car. We could have just used a propane tank and saved some time and money, but this one will look nice.
It's a very nice tank. We're gonna let Rudy get after that.
Hey, Rhett, how tall do you tell the ladies you are?
I say I'm 5'6", but I try not to measure because I feel like I might be shorter.
Jake, how tall are you?
It says 6 foot on my driver's license. I think I'm around there.
Golen, how tall are you?
5'10".
Zach, how tall are you?
Well, I've always claimed 6 foot.
I've always claimed 6 foot as well. Rudy, how tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
It's time to answer this question. How tall is Matt? I know not all of you have been wondering that, but some of you have, and I myself, I'm starting to feel nervous about saying I'm 6'2". I've always been 6'2" since I got my maximum height way back in puberty, but I'm wondering if I'm in the shrinking phase of my life. I'm gonna be the big 5'0" this year, starting to worry about my health. I'm gonna tell you more about that actually in a minute. In the old shop, we had all the heights. We had Lizzie's height and my height and all that stuff. And then one day when I was gone, somebody painted over the door.
I just did what I was told.
So here's the deal. We're gonna start a new one right here. And I'm gonna find out today if I'm really 6'2". I don't feel like I am anymore. We're gonna find out. Okay, it's heels to the door. I'm so curious. Oh wow, if I was any taller, this square would need to be modified.
Did it? 6 foot? Oh!
Did it?
Brutal.
I am no longer 6'2". I told you. 6'1" and like 3/16.
Man, you're gonna have to text mom and tell her.
I am not a big man.
Just put initials.
Oh. What? All 3 initials.
What? It's legal now.
Yeah, are your heels against the door?
Yeah, they're against the door.
The older you get, the shorter, so.
This is sad.
Oh man. Okay, Rudy, you get to run your own tape.
I don't want to.
Oh gosh. You can say you're 5'11".
No, I'm gonna say I'm 6 foot.
Okay.
I wear 2-inch heels.
I always say I'm 5'10", and I've had surgeries on my legs. They said I was supposed to be 6'2".
We're all on par though. We're all an inch shorter than we say we are.
Okay, get out of here.
5'9.5". My bad. I feel ashamed.
Oh wow. Oh.
Yeah, Colby's he's a sleeper.
And you're short.
He's not that short.
5'11" and a half.
I am 5'5". Is there a surgery where you can get your legs like
Hold on.
Jake's taller
What
than
the
I am.
heck?
I know.
Where'd this guy come from?
I slouch. I have really bad posture, if you've noticed.
Both you and
Are
I
you
do.
kidding me? I would have got that wrong.
You're 6 foot.
Nice. All right, Zach.
1/8 inch short. I can still claim 6 foot.
Oh yeah. Okay, well now everybody knows exactly how tall we are. I knew something was off. We have an emergency repair on the wrecker. Look at this. This is the front U-joint off the rear drive shaft. It's a 1550 and I've squished it out. Now I believe that I damaged this U-joint when I was hauling the Brawley out for Misadventure Labs. Did that a couple weeks ago. So when I was pulling the Brawley out, I was on the face of a rock. We didn't film it because I didn't have a camera guy, but I was giving her the onion in its most pure sense. And it was going up the rock face and then it would slide down and there was a bounce at the bottom, like a dip in the bottom. So we'd bounce through it, go up the rock face, and it was kind of still bouncing and it would come down and just stop. I did that 3 or 4 times. I knew I shouldn't, but I wasn't thinking of the drive shaft. I was thinking of my SCS box and I'm like, that SCS box is mint. I'm really happy with it. But I should have been more conservative on this drive shaft. I think the 1550s are big enough now that I know where the limit is. And then we've been working it. We got lots of road miles. Look at this. That is not how it's supposed to be. I believe this failure is due to 2 things. One, the 1550 is not quite big enough for this truck. And 2, abuse. That's the 2 reasons right there. Now, this is not an Adams drive shaft problem. I want to be clear. When I say Adams drive shaft is awesome. If you miss the type of business where when you call, you talk to a person and that person actually is an expert in the field of the thing that they're doing, that's the way Adams drive shaft is still doing business. So I gave them kind of an impossible task. I said, I want this truck with this much power, with this size of axles and these size of tires. I want you to build me a drive shaft, but you've only got enough space for 1550 U-joints. So they had a few reservations about the size of the U-joint and the application, but you have to test it to test it. That's what I always say. I'm gonna temporarily fix this. I'm gonna get the wrecker back up and running because I had this other drive shaft, and this is for the NP205, so we're not using it anymore. I'm harvesting this yoke off of that drive shaft to replace this yoke that took some damage. It's not doing well. That'll get us up and running. Meanwhile, the guys at Adams have figured out a way to put a 1610 joint on a flange just like this, so we don't have to build an adapter or change flanges, input or output, and they're gonna whip us up a new drive shaft. Now, some of you will say, that's what you get for doing burnouts at Cletus's. As the owner, designer, engineer, builder, fabricator, and operator of this truck, I assure you that burnouts is the easiest thing on this truck. Maybe not the easiest thing on the tires, but the easiest thing on this truck that we ask it to do. This is definitely hardcore rock crawling where the tires got in a bind and all the torques. We have unlimited power and unlimited traction, and they found a limited piece, which is right here. We're gonna fix that. Anyway, you're gonna take me off of Derby for a second. Speaking of Derby, how you doing, Rudy?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Just letting you know everything's going good over there.
There's lots of ways to take U-joints apart and put them back together. I'm not sure I've ever done it the same way twice. And this is how I'm doing it today. I am gonna try to keep these clean. I don't know if I can. I'm probably gonna have to take them completely apart and completely re-grease them. So now, I just gotta polish that up, polish this up, and weld it up. And we gotta get our phase right. Oh, is this a different size? That'd be awesome if it was. It's a different size. Let's see what the size difference is. It's 3.34. And this one is 3.23. I could make this work, but it is not going to be super straight. Adams will have us a drive shaft in like 2 days.
Not worth it. The wrecker could sit here, wait for its new drive shaft. If we get calls in, we'll do them in the old school way.
I can't believe that there's two different sizes that are that close together. They are just super close.
What do you got here?
A finished fuel tank. A Mr. Fusion 2.0.
Yeah. Is Brett doing a good job?
Mm-hmm. I'm going for it.
I noticed.
I know some of you are thinking like, Matt, you can't do that. It's not gonna be centered, it's not gonna be straight, it's gonna be wobble, it's gonna be out of balance. Well, listen here. You can't have no in your heart. When Grant invented the wheel, he didn't have a machine shop or a lathe or precision instruments or the right parts. He just made it. And I know some of you are saying, who's Grant? Well, he was the caveman that invented the wheel. There's not a person out there that can tell me his name wasn't Grant. All right, now we got that pesky ring out of the way. This is gonna just set, we're just gonna butt it right up there, and we're gonna weld that to fill it. All right, I'm gonna have Rudy weld this together. Just like this and set it straight down on it.
Do you want me to answer that?
I hear him snickering. Let's try that.
That is a choice.
Okay, you shouldn't have to hold it anymore. But
It doesn't look level.
it doesn't have to be level.
Yeah, but you want that and that to sync up.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna try to.
That's why I wanted to put the 180 degrees.
180 degrees, huh?
Yep.
You just need to weld the highest side and then I'll push a gap in it.
It's not the straightest.
Well, there's straight and then there's concentric. We've got
Oh,
That's what I thought was gonna happen. I think you might need to trim more off. Can I do something to this piece?
Here, while you do that, I'm gonna steer right in the right direction.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. That's straight enough.
okay.
Now what?
It's fine. It's welded. What are we gonna do now?
Man, should be
Something.
Sometimes I'm a drive shaft builder. Not for hire. That ain't going nowhere.
Is it balanced?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's all I need. How straight can we get it?
Yeah. I'm happy with it.
Rotate it back and forth.
Hold on, you guys on there. Okay, back and forth.
Nope, won't go in. This needs to be keyed, I think. Or pushed up. There it is. Got it.
One more. Okay, that's good. All right, spin it as fast as you can.
Perfectly.
That looks really, really good. Let's take it out on the road and see if we notice any vibration. Hey, the guys are making fun of me for bringing my sack lunch, but let me tell you something. This fat man is about to lose some weight. So I went on a cruise recently and I realized that I'm getting too fat. And last time I weighed myself, I was 220 pounds. I got back from the cruise at an honest 240. I said enough of that. So I have been on a diet. I'm not going on one of those crazy like diets that have names. I'm just going on a low calorie diet and avoiding sugar. So cutting like 80% of the sugar out of my life. You will be happy to know that I've lost 2.5 pounds. I'm losing about a pound a day. So working out good for me. My goal is to be under 200 in 6 months. So we'll see how that goes. Today for lunch, I had peanut butter, oranges, and almonds.
That is way better than 6 pieces of chicken for breakfast and lunch.
All right, Peanut desperately wants to go on a ride. She didn't get to go on the recovery with us last night because we had to haul a whole bunch of people out. Okay, we just need to take it up to 40 miles an hour. That's top speed for the world's largest off-road wrecker, 40 miles an hour. Okay, we're done. Well, that's a complete success. I hope we make it to the Derby. Got a lot of work to do. We are 3 days into the resto mod on this Chrysler Cordoba. These guys have been hard at it the whole time. I keep coming in and out. You know how it is. But man, this is looking good. We got like 5 working days left.
And 2 more cars to build.
3 more. 3 more cars to build in 5 days.
Thanks for sticking with us on this, and thanks for watching. Oh, good old Max. I don't know how he can lay here in the sun like this. It must feel good. It's like a hot tub for him. It is hot. So Max likes to move between the cool AC and the hot. Max doesn't like it just right. He's not a Goldilocks dog. He wants it too hot, too cold.